Hi-ho partners, please enjoy listening to this story. Title: Girlfriend, 32F, said no to my proposal, 34M. What do I do? My girlfriend and I started dating when she was 20 and I was 22. Despite being together for 12 years, we have never lived together. Instead, I spent a significant amount of time at her apartment, often sleeping there almost every night. From the early days of our relationship, it felt like we were building something special. About 2 years into dating, she brought up the idea of marriage, which made me think that we were on the same page about our future. However, after that initial mention, she stopped bringing it up, and the topic of marriage faded into the background of our lives. We continued to enjoy our time together, creating many beautiful memories. We traveled, supported each other through career changes, and shared countless moments of joy and laughter. Yet, as the years passed, the idea of solidifying our relationship through marriage became more important to me. I envisioned a future where we would not only live together but also build a family and grow old side by side. Her silence on the matter left me uncertain, but I hoped that when the time was right, she would be just as eager to take that step. A week ago, I decided that the time had come. I had saved up to buy her a beautiful engagement ring, one that I felt symbolized our long journey together and the deep love I have for her. I planned a romantic dinner, wanting the proposal to be a memorable and heartfelt moment. I cooked her favorite meal, set the table with candles and flowers, and made sure everything was perfect. As we sat down to dinner, my heart was pounding with nervous anticipation. After dessert, I took a deep breath, got down on one knee, and asked her to marry me. To my shock and heartbreak, she said she didn't want to get married. She expressed that she was happy with the way things were and preferred our relationship to continue as it had been. Her refusal left me reeling. Here I am, almost 35 years old, ready to take the next step in our relationship, eager to live together, get married, and start a family. But now, I am faced with the painful realization that we might not share the same vision for our future. I love her deeply, and the thought of not being with her is devastating. However, I am also profoundly hurt and confused about where we stand and what she truly wants. I find myself at a crossroads, uncertain about what to do. Should I continue the relationship and hope that she might change her mind about marriage in the future? Or should I consider the possibility that we might not be compatible in our long-term goals and think about ending the relationship? The thought of breaking up after 12 years together is incredibly painful, but so is the idea of staying in a relationship where our future plans are not aligned. The situation has left me feeling lost and anxious. I want to respect her feelings and understand her perspective, but I also need clarity about our future together. I don't want to pressure her into something she's not comfortable with, but at the same time, I need to know if there is any hope for us to move forward in a way that fulfills both of our dreams and desires. What would be the best way to approach this delicate situation with my girlfriend, considering our differences about marriage and our future plans together? Update. I spoke to her last night, and we had a long and somewhat awkward conversation. It was difficult, but necessary. She began by explaining that, years ago, she genuinely wanted to get married. When she brought up marriage after 2 years of dating, she wasn't expecting a ring right then, she just wanted to discuss it to plan a better future together. At that time, I told her it wasn't the right time, and she respected my wishes and waited. However, when she turned 28, she realized that the ring was never going to come. She explained that over time, her desires changed. She no longer wants to get married or live together. She values her own space immensely, and even though I spend a lot of time in her apartment, she still considers it her own sanctuary. She made it clear that having her own space is very important to her and something she isn't willing to give up. When it comes to children, she does want to have them, but even then, she envisions a different kind of family life. She suggested that even after having a baby, we wouldn't live together. Instead, it would be like sharing custody, going out together as a family, but maintaining our separate living arrangements and continuing our relationship. She also mentioned that she needs 6 months to a year to detoxify her body from contraceptives, but she plans to consult her gynecologist about this. She laid out her terms very clearly. I am completely free to accept these terms and continue our relationship as it is, or I can choose to break up and pursue the traditional family life I want. She has given me the freedom to decide, but I feel incredibly conflicted. I deeply regret not giving her the ring sooner. I now understand that she spent 12 years adapting to my preferences and waiting for me to be ready for marriage, only to have her hopes slowly diminish. Her willingness to stay with me on my terms for so long is something I didn't fully appreciate until now. This conversation has left me in a state of confusion and regret. I love her dearly and can't imagine my life without her, but I also have a strong desire to get married, live together, and build a traditional family. Her terms are very different from what I had envisioned for our future, and I am struggling to reconcile my feelings with the reality she has presented.